Hey everyone, I hope that you're doing well. In this video, I'll be giving some new updates on console mods in Baldur's Gate 3. We actually have a lot of different things to cover here today, and we actually had our largest console mod update of all time in a single day with 30 mod updates today, which we'll be breaking down. And actually, we got updates to the D&D Player's Handbook 2024 All-in-One Beyond, which literally dropped last week. So there's some new updates to that, alongside some other very popular mods we'll be breaking down. I also do want to mention that people have been having issues with Baldur's Gate 3 after the hotfix that came out last week, so I'm still in the process of figuring out what's happening there. But if you were currently affected by it, please let me know in the comments if you're able to start a new game with the same mods or without mods, because I'm just curious. But there's something related to the virtual textures that changed, and it's causing a lot of people to not actually be able to access their save files, so I just wanted to get some more information before I do some more testing myself and figure it out. But I'm going to first just dive into the Player's Handbook 2024 All-in-One Beyond. This mod's now available on consoles. It is the biggest mod on console. It adds 4 new classes into the game with the Gunslinger, Illrigger, Scion, and the Artificer. There's 30 different subclasses, new weapon masteries, a ton of new stuff, backgrounds. There's like 100 different feats that are included in it, and a few things that I do need to quickly address with this before we move on to the next topic. Hit point die. Short resting will no longer give you the health back. I've seen a lot of people comment on my video saying that the mod is bugged, and it doesn't give you, that's just the way that the Player's Handbook 2024 heals your character. You got to use the hit point die. And Larian actually used a bit of homebrew just to make the game feel a little bit more fluid with just being able to short rest, get all your health back. That is removed with this mod, so it's something just to keep in mind. There's a lot of different balance changes I just want to quickly touch on because it changes every class to their 2024 rule set. But there is also the 2024 spell updates mod by Mob Talon here, which actually just got an update here today. So we now have the newest version, which has the new changes to smites, Warcaster, cantrip opportunity attacks can no longer be usable rage, a bunch of other bug fixes here. And yeah, this just got updated to now be on console. So if you like the idea of the 2024 Player's Handbook, I like the spells, and there's different mods that give you pieces of that. This is available on console. I actually have a full video breaking down all the spell changes, and I'm working on videos breaking down all the changes included in this mod. But there's like a lot, like 100 feats. There's just so much stuff. I've been putting videos out recently, so you can check those out if you're curious. There's even Sangromancy, which I know a lot of people are interested in. Another thing I want to mention, my mods are now available on console. I'm still getting people asking when my mods will be available. I just want to say the College of Winter Spirit Bard and the Way of the Pizza Chef Monk are available on PlayStation 5 and Xbox. I'm looking for feedback because I am working on future mods. I have one that's almost finished now, but I'm just curious about your thoughts. So please let me know in the comments your thoughts on these. I'm just working to make them better, future updates. I've learned a lot, and I'd like to learn more and hear from what people think about my mods. Another quick thing I just want to quickly mention is Larian Studios actually has been posting about my mod on their Instagram, their Facebook, on their YouTube and Twitch channels. They've been playing with it in their live streams. They've been having a good time laughing, and it just really warms my heart to see this kind of stuff happen with my mods. So nice. So yeah, I am looking for feedback, and my next subclass mod, my previously released Heartsworn Night Fighter, is targeted for console release. So we'll hopefully see that coming soon, maybe next week or this week. Hard to say if we'll get a console mod drop when they've updated 30 mods. And the other thing is, we've got some large mod updates as well. Not just the 2024 Player's Handbook spells and the All-in-One Beyond that got updated, but the Ancient Mega Pack, which is another extremely large mod, as you guys know. Now, it's not the most up-to-date update because they add updates like this 2 days ago, this is 3 days ago, this is 5 days ago. You can see there's a lot of changes that happen with this mod, but whenever we get updates to the Ancient Mega Pack, I always think it's nice, so that is cool. Another thing though, we got updates to the Transmogrification Light mod by WorldWalker42. I actually still get comments asking if there is a transmogrification. This one is a little bit hard because you do have to type it and spell it exactly as it says there. You can even just type light, L-I-T-E, and this one should pop up, but this has some updates to now work with some other items it previously wasn't working with, and it's the most up-to-date version now on console, so this is nice to see. We do have some other mods that have been popping up that allow you to transmogrify different pieces of equipment, and I hope that we'll get something similar to how it works on PC, which is honestly one of the easiest transmogrifications ever. You just put your item that you want the appearance changed, the one in your appearance that you want to take, and you combine them together and it'll swap it over. We don't currently really have anything like that on console, but we do have this one here and it is really well done. So nothing else on Mod.io. Unfortunately, the other one is a Nexus mod exclusive, so having an update to this is really nice. And perhaps down the road in the future, we may see something a little bit different that lets you use like modded outfits, for example, like my character has on here. And just a quick note, this outfit on my character is not currently on console. It is part of the mod that just recently got released, the Queen's Garments. This mod will likely come to, or update will likely come to console soon. There's a few more outfits that were added that I know are very popular. This one being the Cheek outfit from Expedition 33's new DLC. But I just want to quickly mention that we'll hopefully get that. The outfit on Shadowheart, however, is now available on console. So you can check that one out. It's the Queen's Garments. Now we also got an update here to the item and spell bug fixes by Ridiac. This is a huge mod as well. This is over 1,000 fixes included in it. And again, any of these mods, if you want to see what was updated, you can come to the mod.io page and it'll just be on the right hand side. You can see the different files. So if you want to download an earlier version of it, you can, but it's going to list all this out. So this is actually updating it to a 35-day ago version, which has the changes as such. It's really interesting. There is a lot of things in Baldur's Gate 3 that are buggy, so this makes a huge change to all of that. If you haven't used this before, this is really cool, and there's a full list of all the changes. There's literally like 1,000 of these, so yeah, pretty massive mod that's now updated. There's also updates to favorite colors. This added a few more dyes, so favorite colors, my favorite dye mod. It just has so many great options here, and even like in the commissions here, you can find some new stuff. So always worth checking out as really good dye mod, and now updated. We also got updates to the Knights and Dames. I'm not entirely sure what was fully updated here. Just seems like maybe bug fixes of some sort, but I just also want to quickly mention this mod as it has so many armor sets. I see a lot of people saying there's no armor mods on console. You probably haven't tried this one out if you're thinking that, because it adds so many great kit bash pieces of armor here that I think just look fantastic, full dye support, and there's 44 different outfits. They are amazing, so definitely worth checking out. Now we also got updates to one of my favorite class mods, the Arcane Vanguard here by Sathos. Now this also includes their newest subclass, the Viridirge, which is their 8th subclass here. And what's nice about this is there are some quality life and bug fixes and changes to things like the read the enemy, which is one of the Vanguard techniques that is now updated. And it works with the Yonti scale mail and armor of agility, which is something I've been waiting for. So it's really nice to see this. That version is not available on console currently. That one will be coming. We currently got the one here with a bunch of different bug fixes, but definitely recommend checking this out if you haven't played with it yet, because the subclass is very well balanced, fun, and it has so many great ways you can strategize in combat. We also got some better companion stats updates here. So this is a cool one that makes it so that Jaehaera and Minsk are closer to their canon stats. It makes them strange to the strength scores of Astarion, Will, and Halsin, because for some reason they have really low strength. Leaves Gale's 8 strength alone, and some other just changes to the companions to make them feel like they are like who they should be. They're strong. We also got some updates here to the Death Knight class. Now, this one actually kind of shocks me every time I think about this being on console, because these icons here, yeah, this has an update. Pretty cool stuff. It's worth checking out. I really like the theming. And if you're a World of Warcraft fan, you'll probably enjoy this one by BD Vard. And also, we got changes to the 5e Sword Coast cantrips here by Ridiac. So another mod similar in theme to like a Booming Blade type cantrip. This adds in Green Flame Blade, Lightning Lure, and Sword Burst. And this just now has some bug fixes. We also got some updates to the 5e fighter subclasses combined, which is mostly just bug fixes to bring things up to par. Now, one thing that I do want to mention is that this mod actually will work if you're using the 2024 Player's Handbook mod. It will keep the 2014 base subclass features of these, and then the 2024 will affect the class. So the fighter will be different, but the subclass features will be the same. I also want to mention that the Book of Rogues, Sorcerers, and mods like that by Incognito Burrito also works, so you can check those out if you want to use them alongside the new mod here. Everybody Moves Fast has an update. I love mods like this. There's Move Faster, all one word, that I personally use, but this one's cool too. I also just want to quickly mention that for whatever reason, it will not work on Astarion. He cannot be sped up. So yeah, everyone moves fast except Astarion. Just heads up. Some people have issues with Lae'zel too, I've seen in comments. We also got updates to the Ninja Deathbringer Assault Sai, which is nice because it adds in some new outfits and some other changes here. So yeah, this is a great mod. I'm a big fan of this one. I love the masks and everything. It also comes with some cool Sai if you want to do like a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle playthrough and use the Pizza Chef Monk. Yeah, you can combine all this together. We also got updates to the Spartan Warrior set here, which has some nice new sets of heavier armor, and the Night Armor set or the Nighttime set is also updated now too, so console players can use this. I think it's a really awesome mod. Skirby does such great work here. This is another great one. We also got updates to Gabe's Fun Pack. Now, this is a massive mod. I did actually a full video on it because to explain what this does in one word, everything. It has 22 different mods included, things like critical mockery, making your characters do a vicious mockery line when you get a crit. I think it's hilarious. There's a loot randomizer that doesn't require you to have the ancient mega pack, and it just randomizes base game equipment. There's also the Mystic Forge, which lets you put items into a bag and craft a new one, treasure goblins, and so much more. This mod is definitely worth checking out, and we just got an update for it. Also, updates to the Oath of Divine Tempest Paladin subclass, which now has some scaling past level 12 if you wanted it. So yeah, that update is now live on console. And we also got updates to the ZXY Flesh Forge Body Selector Digigrade by Akelka. I am very hopeful that we'll see the Dragonborn Karlach come to console, which released before the Dragonborn Astarion, which released onto console a couple weeks back. So we'll just have to wait and see. I'm hopeful that we'll see that one there. But yeah, that is 30 different mods that got updated. I didn't cover every single one of them because there were some that are just like dice mod that got updated for bug fixes and things like that. But I, again, just want to know if there's any feedback out there regarding my mods. I'd like to improve them for next time. Also, let me know if you're having crashing issues on console. Again, I'm still trying to figure that out. I meant to have a video up earlier this week. Still trying to wrap my head around it by talking to a bunch of people about their experiences with it. So if you're being affected, please let me know in the comments. And also, if you have any questions regarding the Player's Handbook 2024 All-in-One Beyond, I'll do my best to answer them. There are so many changes in this mod, but a lot of confusion around. I just want to help bring some clarity to this because this mod, it had so much great stuff, and it is a lot more difficult in a lot of different ways, but I think it's nice. It's a new flavor of Baldur's Gate 3. Someone like if you're playing the chocolate edition, and you never know what type of flavor you're gonna like until you try it out yourself. But if you got questions, again, feel free to leave them below. We will hopefully see a console mod drop in the next few days, but my thoughts are, since this is the biggest console mod update that we've ever gotten before, 30 mods, previously we've only getting around like max 20 that I've seen. I don't think we'll get that console mod drop this week, but I could be wrong. We could go in tomorrow or Friday. It just seems like every time they do larger updates of like 20 mods or so that we don't get a console mod drop that week, but we got 30. So the largest ever. We'll have to wait and see, but I just think that we'll likely get one in the following week, and hopefully my Heartsworn Night Fighter will be available on console. So let me know your thoughts in the comments. Hit the subscribe button below if you enjoyed, and we'll see you all in the next one.